Have you ever set your alarm for 5 a.m.? Not to change your life, but to lie to yourself one more time. You hit snooze, wake up at 8, and quietly accept the same future again. You tell yourself, I'm not a morning person. But what if that excuse is the reason your life hasn't moved forward? What if I told you your future is decided before sunrise? And one man proved it when 5 a.m. turned from pain into power. Stay till the end. This story doesn't motivate, it exposes. Simon lived in a small apartment in a crowded western city. Not a bad neighborhood, but not a good one either. Just a place where people come to survive, not to live. He worked at a grocery store, a job that paid enough to keep him alive, but not enough to make him feel like he was moving forward. Every day he woke up at 7:30 a.m., rushed to work, stood on his feet for 10 hours, and came home at midnight. He was tired. Not just physically, mentally tired. Because every day looked the same. Same alarm, same commute, same people, same struggle. And Simon started to notice something. Every morning on his way to work, he saw people jogging, reading books, going to classes, starting businesses. And he thought, why are they moving forward and I'm stuck? Simon had a list of excuses, like everyone. I'm not a morning person. I need my sleep. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I'll start next month. But the truth was simpler. Simon was scared. Because he knew if he woke up early, he would have to face something he didn't want to face. His own life. So he stayed in his comfort zone. And his comfort zone was exactly where his life stayed stuck. One night, Simon was closing the grocery store. It was 11:45 p.m. He looked at the clock and realized something. He had been working this job for 3 years. 3 years. And in those 3 years, he had not learned anything new. He had not improved. He had not moved. He was still the same person, same salary, same dreams. And he felt a strange feeling. Not sadness, not anger. A quiet, burning shame. Because he knew he was capable of more, but he wasn't doing anything. He went home and sat on his bed. His phone buzzed. It was a message from his friend. Bro, are you still sleeping at 8? You always say you want more. Simon stared at the message for a long time. Then he replied, yeah, I want more. But the truth was, he didn't want to do the work. He wanted the result. 2 days later, Simon was at the bus stop, waiting for the bus to work. A man stood next to him. He looked calm, confident, and different. He was dressed neatly, carrying a small notebook. The man looked at Simon and said, long day? Simon said, yeah, same every day. The man smiled. I used to be stuck too, he said. Then I learned something that changed everything. Simon looked at him, curious. What is it? He asked. The man replied, your life is decided before sunrise. Simon laughed quietly. That's a motivational quote. I don't need that. The man didn't get offended. He just said, then you already know the truth. Simon felt a chill. The man continued, your day is controlled by your morning. If your morning is weak, your day will be weak. If your morning is strong, your day becomes yours. Simon stared at him. The man handed him a business card. Call me if you're serious, he said. Simon looked at the card. No name, no company, just a phone number. Simon didn't call. Not yet. 2 nights later, Simon finally decided to try it. He set his alarm for 5 a.m. He told himself, "Just one day. If I hate it, I'll stop." The next morning, the alarm rang. Simon opened his eyes. His body felt heavy. His mind said, "Go back to sleep." He turned off the alarm and sat in silence for 10 seconds. Then he got up. He didn't feel motivated. He didn't feel powerful. He just felt awake. He stood in his room and looked at the window. The city was still quiet, and something inside him changed. He felt like he was finally doing something, not because it was easy, but because it was real. He didn't know what he was going to do with the next 2 hours, but he knew one thing: he was not going to waste them. Simon decided to use his mornings like this. Hour 1, 5 to 6, learn a skill. Hour 2, 6 to 7, build his body and mind. And he followed it. He started with online courses. He learned digital marketing, Excel, and basic coding. At first, it was slow. His brain was tired. His eyes hurt. But he kept going. He walked for 30 minutes every morning. He read for 20 minutes. He planned his day for 10 minutes. It was simple, but consistent. And consistency is what most people fail at. The first 2 weeks were hell. Simon's body was tired. His mind was weak. His friends laughed at him. "Why are you waking up so early? Are you trying to become a robot? Just enjoy life." Simon wanted to quit. Every morning his mind created a new excuse. "Just today. Just one day. I deserve rest." But then he remembered something. He remembered that he was not lazy. He was trapped. And traps are meant to be broken. So he kept going. On day 22, something changed. Simon woke up at 4:58 a.m., 2 minutes before the alarm. He didn't feel tired. He felt ready. He realized his body was adapting, and he realized something else. The early morning was not just quiet. It was empty. No distractions, no noise, no pressure, just time. And time is the only thing that actually creates success. He started seeing progress. He finished his first course. He made his first portfolio. He started applying for better jobs. And the more he did, the more he believed. 3 months later, Simon was different. He was not a new person. He was the same person, but with a new schedule. He had skills, confidence, discipline. His boss at the grocery store noticed. "Simon, your work has improved. You're more focused. You're more organized." Simon replied, "I'm waking up at 5 a.m. His boss laughed. "That's crazy." But the boss was wrong. It wasn't crazy. It was reality. Because Simon had built a new life. 2 hours every morning. That's all.
Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. And your morning is the first test of your discipline. If you can't control your morning, you can't control your day. And if you can't control your day, you can't control your life. So here is the challenge. Tonight, set your alarm for 5 a.m., not 5:15, not 5:30, exactly 5. And tomorrow morning, do one thing, just one. Learn one skill, write one page, walk 1 mile, read 1 chapter. That's it. Because the first step is the hardest, and once you take it, the rest becomes possible. You don't need a miracle. You just need 2 hours and a decision. Will you wake up tomorrow? Or will you hit snooze and lie to yourself again? Your future self is waiting on the other side of that alarm. don't make them wait another day. If you're serious about changing your life, hit the like button as your promise. Then subscribe so you don't miss the next story that can change your future. And comment below, "I'm waking up at 5 a.m."